I hope you're doing well today. I hope you have nothing but good health, prosperity, a strong mindset, and a healthy vision for the future. If you haven't watched the movie Fight Club, you should watch it. I recommend it. Basically, the premise, or at least the overall plot, is about man's lack of purpose in life, right? At least the way I interpreted it. A man who lacks purpose falls into conformity and familiarity. And in the society that we live in now, it's the norm, it's the standard, right? And it's not a bad thing necessarily, but it's also one of those things where it robs people of their ability to think and act how they truly want to. And I think the character Tyler Durden is very interesting. He's a guy who basically embodies what in Nietzsche's philosophy is called the Ubermensch, right? I don't know the exact translation. I think it's like the greater man or something like that. I don't know. But basically, it's basically the mindset that you are completely in control of your life, right? It's full accountability for the direction your life goes, the decisions you make, and the purpose you have in your life. Accountability gets shifted, right? So in Nietzsche's philosophy, the Ubermensch takes full accountability of himself. He essentially becomes God. I gotta lock in for these right turns, bro, because I don't know. I don't want to get sideswiped. How's your day going? How's your day? I don't usually ask. Is it going good? I hope it's going good. Hope the week is going well. Oh, you worked? Yeah, I know. So did I. How are the kids? How's the wife? Good? Alright, cool. So basically, in Nietzsche's philosophy, man becomes God, essentially. And in a lot of religions, God oversees man. And I think it's interesting the aspect of accountability in the two contrasts, because it's easy, and I'm Christian, right? I'm gonna openly say that I'm Christian, but I will still like question certain things, or at least look at things from a different perspective. And it's easy to kind of put your faith in other things, right? And to not take accountability for your own life. And I feel like with certain religions, that's kind of the MO, right? Like, oh, God will, God will. I'm not saying he won't, but I am saying, like, you ask God for a job, but when was the last time you updated your resume, right? Like, it's just things like that. And the Ubermensch is basically about that accountability, that, like, create your own path, despite what society expects from you. And Tyler Durden, he represents that very well, because he lives a very anti-consumption, anti-consumer lifestyle. A lot of people get stuck in life because they let their belongings own them. Eventually, when the things you own you, you get what I mean? And when it comes down to it, there's a lot of people too who they can't seem to get ahead because they consume too much. Your consumption can be detrimental to your freedom, especially if you get stuck buying things you don't need to try to impress people you don't like. The new car, the new house, the new gadget, the new doodad, you know what I mean? Like, it's this balance of necessity, want, and need. And you ever notice, bro, like, it's much easier for the bank account to get emptier than it is to get fuller, bro. Especially if you don't know what you're doing, or if you don't really have experience in business or even in the workforce, right? You can be trapped by lifestyle creep, and it'll keep you in this constant cycle. But Tyler rejects that notion, and he believes that he believes in owning nothing, right? The guy lives in some random shack with no locks in an abandoned house. You know what I mean? Like, he just does what he wants and he gets by. But the thing is, like, you can't necessarily replicate that, right? You can't do that legally, at least. Another piece of media where you kind of see this kind of theme is in the manga Berserk, right? The main character, Guts, he has a line, And I don't remember what chapter it is specifically, but he basically says, don't pray. When you clasp your hands together, you can't hold a weapon. The general theme is take accountability for your own safety, for your life. Having faith, in my opinion, gives life a sense of meaning. It's easy to fall into nihilism when you don't believe in anything above you, or when you think you're here just to be, I don't know, like a wild animal. So having that faith but taking accountability is that balance point. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't if you haven't watched any of those two things, then you're gonna be like, what are you talking about? It's good to have faith, but sometimes that faith needs to be converted into action. It needs to be self-directed. You gotta work like it's up to you and pray like it's up to God. You get what I'm saying? So that's the message, bro. Watch this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you tomorrow.